Rome won its wars, again and again and again. It built the most formidable military machine the ancient world had ever seen. It defeated every rival, pacified every frontier. So why did the most powerful empire on Earth collapse? Without ever losing a decisive final battle, Rome's greatest strength became its most fatal trap, an addiction to conquest. Every victory brought new territory, new wealth, new glory, but with it came new borders to defend, new peoples to govern, an endless, hungry bureaucracy. More legions were needed, scattered across thousands of miles. Governing 100 different cultures from a single, distant city became an administrative nightmare. The cost of peace became higher than the cost of war. Rome conquered territory faster than it could create citizens. It expanded faster than it could digest. Rome did not fall in a day. It was eroded year by year by a cancer at its core, political instability. The crisis of the 3rd century saw over 20 emperors in just 50 years. Most were assassinated, killed in battle, or overthrown. The Praetorian Guard even auctioned the imperial throne to the highest bidder after murdering an emperor. Rule was decided by the sword. Emperors were chosen by distant armies, loyal only to their general, not to Rome. The principle of lawful succession died. What remained was naked force. When the highest office in the land is a death sentence, the system is already a corpse. As the historian Tacitus wrote, the secret of empire was now revealed. An emperor could be made elsewhere than in Rome. Rome did not run out of soldiers, it ran out of money. To pay its debts, the state minted more coins with less silver. Inflation rocketed. The economy became dependent on fresh conquests for gold and slaves. When expansion stopped, the engine stalled. To pay the army and bureaucracy, crushing taxes strangled farmers and merchants. An empire that must constantly rob its neighbors to pay its bills is not an economy. It is a pyramid scheme on a continental scale. Rome was not a city, it was a network. Roads, aqueducts, shipping lanes, the veins and arteries of control. And in the end, it couldn't afford the upkeep. As the roads failed, banditry rose. Legions couldn't move quickly. News and taxes were delayed. Trade seized up, leaving marketplaces empty. Goods stopped moving between provinces. Regions began to look inward, relying on local lords, not distant Rome. When the roads fell silent, the empire didn't need to be defeated. It was simply forgotten in its own distant corners. In its final centuries, Rome faced a crisis more dangerous than any invasion. It forgot what it meant to be Roman. The army became filled with mercenaries loyal to their paymaster, not to the idea of an eternal Rome. Emperors began to rule from Milan, Ravenna, Constantinople, rarely from Rome itself. The civic spirit died. Where wealthy citizens once built temples and baths for public glory, they now fortified their private villas. The shared identity, the civic belief that had bound 1 million people into one body, evaporated. An empire is not land or laws. It is a story its people believe in. And Rome's story reached its final chapter. The so-called barbarian invasions did not destroy the Roman Empire. They simply walked into the hollow shell it had already become. They were not the cause of the collapse. They were its symptom. Rome did not fall to a stronger enemy. It collapsed under its own unsustainable weight. The barbarians at the gate weren't conquerors. They were inheritors of an empty palace. Rome's story is the ultimate cautionary tale of complex systems. Its greatest weakness was not a lack of military power, political will, or economic might. It was the fatal disconnect between them all. Rome's fatal flaw was not war. It was victory without vision, growth without purpose, success without sustainability. But as one empire faded in the West, a new intellectual dawn was breaking in the East. What happens when science, commerce, and culture are fused not by imperial decree, but by a thirst for knowledge? Next time, we journey into a golden age that didn't just preserve knowledge, it revolutionized it, and in doing so, shaped our modern world. Thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode on the Islamic Golden Age, the Empire of the Mind.